All right, what is going on, boys and girls? Happy freaking Tuesday. Happy wild market day. Everything is nuts right now. We have a lot to go over, a lot to talk about, a lot to cover here on One Step Ahead. Joining me as always, our little trio of, I don't know, I feel like we're bank robbers, to be honest. Mr. Mr. UPandADAM Gaming, how are we today, sir?
Fantastic. I just try to take advantage of this market crash right now. So I'm pretty much spending all my coins. So I'm sure a lot of you in here are doing the same.
Yeah. Definitely smart move right now. Joe, how are we, buddy?
We are good. Market is in shambles, but we want that. We love that. Opportunistic. Yeah, can't go wrong right now. Buy everything. Buy everything.
Yeah, especially the day before Team Diamonds come out, the market gets the lowest that we've seen in probably about a month since before TVPs came out. We're down to single digits today. I know I was grabbing stuff at like 6-7 per. I know you guys are doing the same. With it down right now, I mean, I know the answer. I know the answer is like anything you want, but just start me off. What are your plans when you see the market just tank like this? Like, what are you just snatching up right away? What are your like hopes for tomorrow? What are we moving on?
Yeah, so I first looked at the core elite market. I feel like that's pretty much like the safest bet for the Team Diamonds tomorrow. I feel like they said that there's gonna be team specific cars that you need for these Team Diamonds. So like you're gonna have to see some kind of core elites in there. There's no way there's gonna be no core elites, right? So and so I went right to the core elites first. Then I started working my way to like the AKA players. I went to go grab some cheap 89s and 88s because I wanted to build a couple like the Calvins. And then I went right to just searching by program, by card, just buying anything. Put it into my spreadsheet. I think I put like 8 coins per training, 8 training, and I just looked at the prices and just bought. So that was my plan.
To back up Adam, I think I just went after the 80-45 market the most. I know trophy packs when they hit, I want to say they are, I don't know the exact overall. I know there's a minimum. I think it's either 82 or 83, but I saw the 80-45 market, especially the 85 market, go down a ton. I mean, 12,000 coins for 85 overalls. It's like 8.59 per. You really aren't going to see any lower. I mean, you could buy everything. I was targeting more 84 to 87. The 80 market's actually up a little bit. The 82, 83 market has stayed the same. The real impact of the MUT market right now is 84 to 87s, and you really can't go wrong buying anything. Core elites, I would say try to prioritize those just because they are the most likely scenario that they are also in the Team Diamond sets, but they also are great training. Most fears were probably cheaper training over the weekend, but now they're around the same with the Team Diamonds. And I've also dabbled in a little bit into the Ultimate Kickoff and Campus Hero 87s on teams that don't have a lot of high overall core elites, being the Bears, the Jaguars, some of those teams, just because there's got to be something in those sets to make them worth a 92 overall Team Diamond. And they only have like the Bears, I know, have 80s and 81s, and they have 182 overall core elite, and that's it. Or they have Roquan Smith, and they have a defensive end Ultimate Kickoff 87 overall. And you can buy these guys for 30,000 coins. You're buying them for training as well. You can't go wrong. It's pretty much no risk, and hopefully they're involved in sets tomorrow.
Yeah, we were waiting for this, right? So like everything we hoped for happened, right? TVPs went away, market came down substantially, right? 50% drop in like 2 days. We got limiteds and rerolls for most feared, right? Which kept value, around relevant anyway. And then we've been drooling, waiting for these trophy packs to all come out and for it to come out the day before Team Diamonds. Because there has not been an investment point in the past 30 to 40 days, right? You just been sitting going, well, I guess I'll get it later. And then today we finally get, like, this had to have been planned, right? There's no way this was just like, no way we got perfect timing, right? Tell me some point in the last 2 weeks, someone at EA went, you know what, let's just wait till next week now. Just do it next Wednesday and it'll work out better.
Yeah, I was a little. What happened to that update? They needed an update for the sets about Team Diamonds. I don't really know about that. The sets don't really seem to be any groundbreaking Madden Ultimate Team improvements. So, I mean, I don't mind it, but
the only thing that with the sets was each of the cards getting like boosting everybody else overall. But like, does that?
Yeah, maybe that. But they
they
mentioned sets were broken. They needed a live update to update the sets, which doesn't make sense because the sets seem to be pretty normal. So. Yeah. I mean, if they wanted to just move it back, give a little bit of an excuse, I'm all for it. I think this works out better for right now, Madden. So I'm cool with it. But Yeah, a little bit suspect, I want to say.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely on Adam's side. I know they said sets, but I do kind of feel like it had to have been that plus ability on these guys, because that's something different. You know, we don't see that all the time. It's almost like motivators from years past. You know, like it's kind of like that type of thing. I'm like, oh, we haven't done this in a while. This is probably. I have a feeling that maybe they went and tested them. Like, oh wait, even if you change team chems, he's giving it to everybody. You know what I mean? Like, But hey, whatever. I'll take it. This is perfect timing for all of us, so I'm all about it. Yeah, we don't even know the master yet. We're gonna find out here in about 30 minutes what the master is. Gentlemen, any predictions to start us off?
I know. I think Joe and I have the same exact prediction, so I'll let Joe go ahead there.
I mean,
I know.
I can't really say too much. I don't want to get a wrong prediction on. I can't say too much. I mean, shoot, we got 30 minutes left. I doubt. Look, man. Let's hope he has a good release. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Let's hope he has a good release.
Yeah.
I'm excited. It's a very good card. It's a very. I'm excited about the overall. I don't know if it's 96, 97. They stay at 95. We'll have to see. It all depends. Those abilities, man. Those tier 1, tier 2 abilities. I feel bad for MCS players this weekend. Bad. Because they are going to be fighting over this card if done right. Like fighting over. There's not going to be and also there might be like the auction house cap, 2 mil, like on the golden tickets from last year.
Yeah.
If they had the 2 mil cap on that card's not selling for 2 mil. That card is going to go for 4 or 5 mil, I think, for the first few days, probably through the weekend, just because of the MCS play. Every single MCS player is going to not want, but probably need to get on their hands. It's going to be such a great competitive advantage. So sorry, I'm gassing the card. But
do you think you could you think it's worth it to buy it for 2 mil right away? Then
the only thing I'd say is be safe. You might get popped. We've seen this past weekend with the legendary Stratums. I think going forward tomorrow in general, I meant to tweet this out, but when selling off Team Diamond pieces, when selling off Team Diamond players, if you have a core elite that is third and on the auction house, don't be the first one to sell it for 150K when you bought it for 20K. Just wait for a couple sales, because there is a slight chance that you get banned, unfortunately, and you're gonna have to sit there and hope EA helps you out. But yeah, I meant to say something about that, but unfortunate. But be safe when selling cards tomorrow, especially if they become obsolete in the market, extinct. Like you have a gold overall, you have a gold fullback, right? 78 overall. It's going for 100. There's none up, and you're like, oh, should I list for 150? You might sell. I'm telling you, just wait, let a few sales go down, let that average price kind of settle, and then sell off the card. I don't want anyone getting banned because you prepared, pretty much.
Exactly.
Yeah, I always I have a concern on tomorrow, hoping that they would disable that algorithm for a day, knowing that the market is going to swing wildly, but I don't know if that's even possible, you know what I mean? But
it's
tough.
Right.
I like the idea of it, right, having the caps on it, but the problem, we end up with such wild swings on cards. I mean, I'm going to assume that's why a large populace is currently banned, is because of the gold strats when they dropped out, right? They went from 700K down to 200K. That looks like you're selling coins to the algorithm and you got popped. But I will say this, though. This did happen last year. And those that were wrongfully banned, when they got their coins and everything back, I think they got flooded with a whole bunch of free stuff last year. Wasn't it like a bunch of points or something?
I got popped twice for it. Ain't get anything.
Really? Yeah. Yeah, I thought there was a shot last year where people got like a bunch of points loaded in.
Yeah, the only thing I will say for the people that are banned, if you're watching this, I think the chances are high, just because last year I got popped for the Henry situation. I bought Henry for $1 million. Then he went down to 300K, so I lost 700K and got banned. But there was a mass unban wave in less than, I think it was 24 hours. It was pretty fast because it was a widespread issue. Everyone, like a bunch of people were affected by it. However, the golden ticket situation, when I bought and sold golden tickets for around 2 mil, they went down to 300K. It took me 3 weeks to get them banned, and people that also had that situation didn't get unbanned with me. That kind of sucked. So
yeah, right about how many days we at? What, about 4 days right now? The guys are sitting there waiting to get unbanned, so it's a struggle.
Some people are getting unbanned, but they're not getting their coins back.
Right? Yes.
Coins wiped. They didn't get them back. So I don't know how that's gonna work. Like, if it's a false ban, how do you give the coins back? That's where I'm like, that seems a little iffy to me. But
yeah.
I'm lucky, man. I pulled my legendary strats probably a few hours. I sold mine for, I know you guys probably pulled some yourself. I pulled mine, sold them for around 350. I pulled them a few hours earlier, I sold for 500. I could have gotten banned. So just unfortunate timing for the people that got lucky.
And I didn't get banned. I was really worried.
I mean, I know some people that sold them for $1 million when we first like discovered them on stream. They're going for $1 million. I had some people like, yeah, I'm like, yo, sell for $1 million. Like, take your coins. And
but then,
it feels like 1 every 10 people that did it got banned. It's like, what's the requirements for it? It's really weird.
I don't know. Unfortunately, fortunately and unfortunately, I didn't pull one until they were already down to like 280, like the second day that they were out. I didn't even really rip any the first day. So I kind of missed out on the boat on coins, but also out of the ban realm. So we kind of lucked out there. It won't be the last time this year for sure. The algorithm catches us once in a while, Easter, Christmas. There's always that time of year, golden tickets. Like we never know what's going to come out where things kind of drop off again. We'll see, especially if TVPs come back again. That could cause some issues right out of the gate.
Well, that's my thing. Do they have to come back now?
I don't know. Do they? Now, honestly, so I'm looking at the sheet right now, right? So 83s through 90s are all at 10 per training or lower.
But yeah, highest they're at 10 right now.
Yeah.
The issue is though, is the training rules we're getting are so bad that it's actually like, that's like the market that's being put out there by EA. It's up to them, honestly. Like the most feared rules are terrible just for that. If you just roll and quick sell your overalls, it's the worst like overall percentage there is.
Right.
Of course, there's always ways you can get extra coins from overalls. You can do sets, you can do that stuff, but just the overall pull rate in these rules this entire year has been terrible. And unless those improve, training's going to stay low. It can't go up really.
Yeah.
It can't. I mean, it could go up from here. Let's be honest. It could go up from here.
Right.
A few points, but I'm talking more like I think training I still think we need a training variety pack just without the coin quick sells, just without them. That's my opinion though on the training market.
Would that move the market up all that much? I guess it would for like LTDs and stuff, but it wouldn't go to like 25.
Just them putting LTDs and TVPs, I think, would do enough to make the training market go up. We just need to go up a little bit, not a ton. We don't want 20, but we don't really want 7 or 8. We want like 14, 15, somewhere around there. Because it makes packs it doesn't make packs valuable at all. And it's just
no point opening.
It's so black and white, man. It's like super high, super low. Just find a middle ground. Middle ground.
That's the thing. Like we need I think what people don't understand is you need that variance, right, to bring down higher overall cards, or else like we had before, right? We're just kind of plateaued, right? So like 92s are at 240 today, right? That's at 10 per. If we go to 20, they're at 500K, which means 93s are going to be at 600 and 94s at 7. You know what I mean? So like we end up with a spot where if it doesn't go down, we're stuck with these exponentially expensive
much better
cards.
Market. Much better market.
Yeah.
But there's still issues. But this is doable, right? No one wants to buy 90 overalls for 500K. So
yeah.
But I feel like they made a big improvement with sets.
Yeah,
right? Like, if we could go and talk about sets, like having only 3 90s to build a 92 most feared. That's right. I think that's huge. I think that has made and you can see like slowly but surely they're making all the other sets a little bit.
Yeah.
I haven't checked Team of the Week once today. I wasn't focused on that, but AKA they made it one less card.
Yep.
I'm not sure about Team of the Week. I haven't checked that, but I don't know. I feel like that's
right now.
Step in the right direction if they're making the sets a little bit less things in there, so you can still at least you can make the market go up a little bit more, right?
Right.
And still have saying Pack Strike did not work. Pack Strike, I promise you, had effects. You're seeing it right now with sets, with everything. Oh, I think it is less. So 489s and 386s. It was before Before it was like 4 of the high card and 5 of the medium card.
So,
a little bit.
I do have one counter to that thought process though, Joe.
Yeah.
I don't, because I'm on the side that Pack Strike did nothing.
Okay.
Because we switched over to season 2 and we always get changes to packs and sets and bundles when the seasons change.
I think my entire
it might be a mix
it's
of the
just
two,
sets.
but
It's just sets. They had no reason to change. Like so pack wise and the market wise, they really they can't not really control it. But you don't even say they could have not changed sets at all. They could have kept it at 5, 6 for AKAs like the big one. They could have kept it at 689s.
Yeah.
But they made it. The other difference I think Pack Strike made bundles. Now, the bundle topper today was not that good for Team of the Weeks, but the bundle toppers for Most Feared and Legends were significantly better. I think bundle toppers and sets were probably 2 of the big, the complaints about Pack Strike was high-end cards are too much, bundle toppers and bundles in general, like spending money was not good. And those two things primarily have changed a lot. The market really, that's just them taking the TV. They did that themselves, them taking away the TVP. That's Pack Strike doesn't really.
Yeah.
But I think sets and bundle toppers, they're showing that they do, there is a little bit care in that. They could have done nothing. That's what some comments my YouTube video yesterday saying like, why didn't they do this the entire time? I'm like, whatever. But they're changing, right? That's one thing. It's all you can.
It's definitely a positive. I think that was, at least from my side of it, the biggest complaint was that dollar to value ratio was so poor for bundles that it would drive me nuts. People like come in like, hey, I got $100 from somebody or a gift card. What do I buy? I'm like, nothing. Like, don't. You're just throwing it away. Like it was so poor value. But now even with prices down, there's still value there, right?
Yeah, that's more fun, man. I was watching Fritzy open on Saturday, and he was pulling 90s and 91s. Like felt like every other pack. I'm like, dang, man, you would never see that. Right, one thing I want to see change still a little bit more is solo challenge rewards, a little bit better comp pass rewards. They are, again, actively trying to improve. The AKAs are now going into the level 11 reward for the comp pass. It is going to the set. I want to see solo challenge, though. Maybe we talked about it earlier. You can't really make those cards go into sets because you could farm those. But still, I want to see a little bit more, especially with Season 2. They kind of went copy and paste in the rewards. I want to see a little bit more in that direction. But it's a good first step, all right? One step ahead, Spock. It's a good first step, man. Sets, bundle toppers, we're working there.
I feel like I think I'm on the fence between like both K and Joe. I think Pack Strike had a little bit of an influence, but I don't think it had like as much as we wanted. I think it had some, but I don't think it had a whole lot. I think K's on it with like they usually update sets, they usually update like pack odds and stuff like that, but whether it did or it didn't, I'm still happy with the changes so far. Obviously, we need stuff to work now, but I still think it's a good direction. Like
we're strictly just talking market. There's still so many issues with Compass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's a different show though. We'll have a different podcast for that one.
Yep.
Today's all about making coins. So for the past week, for the first part of Most Feared, what were you gentlemen doing to make coins? What were we doing kind of planning for part 2 and part 3? I will say real quick that I am typically of the cautionary tale when it comes to part 3 anyway. Part 2 is, from what I've seen anyways, usually when the cards will come out for part 1 and they'll continuously tank, you know what I mean? Drop down lower as they're more available. And then people have amnesia and forget, oh shit, part 2. And they want everything again, so everything spikes up. By the time we get to part 3, they're like, no, wait, they're going to come out part 3. So they don't panic as much. And there's not as much of a spike on part 3. But for part 2 on Thursday, what are you guys expecting? So what have you done this past week and what are you expecting come Thursday?
Yeah. I also want to make a quick point. The overalls changed last year in Most Feared. They went from 92s to 93s. However, I can't remember how it worked last year because like we just started getting 92s now. I'm not sure how many 92s we had before.
It was the first week for Most Feared.
Was it even last year?
Last year, the only change in the sets was they added a 90 overall requirement to the 93s. It was instead of it being
it was the same
3
set cards,
it was 4.
Yeah,
I think for the 90s.
So that's something to like keep.
And that drives that spike. Right now, 90s are even more valuable because you need more of them.
Exactly. So yeah, no, I didn't really do a whole lot. I guess I did pick up a couple Most Feared players for my team. I did some of the rerolls. I took a whole bath on those and I stopped. But yeah, pretty much just like flipped 84s and 87s for quite a bit because they were easy to snipe at, like I think it was like 35, and then listing them for like 45 was pretty consistent for me. But no, I during that time I saw the market come down a bit. I was just grabbing core elite stuff and flipping that as well. So didn't do a whole ton this last week, really.
Right on.
Yeah, I didn't get involved really in the flipping. I know the 84s. For anyone, right, when new content comes out, the best cards to flip that morning of are always the new content cards because they're getting listed and they're getting bought at the most frequent rate. Always looking at those. But I think the only thing I did was right now, of course, it's not looking amazing, but I did buy some 84s and 87s over the weekend just to prep for part 2. More so for my team. I wanted to do the 90 overalls were a little bit underwhelming in my opinion this week, and we should get we're getting 5 or 6 more for part 2. So I was buying 84s overall at the time. This was over the weekend and not right now. At the time, I was buying them for under 11K, and around the 87s around like 34, 33K. So it was okay. It wasn't really. Now there is going to be an opportunity, I think, to sell back the 84s and the 7s at a profit. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sell back the 92s. If you pre-build the 92s and sell, you're going to have to be on, I think, in the first 10 minutes to sell those guys off. But I did it more to prep for my team. And then eventually later on the weekend, I'm like, all right, I'll buy some. Okay, you mentioned that you were buying a ton of 84s. So I'm like, all right, I'll fall a little bit. And I started buying a ton. I think it was like a late Saturday night, late Sunday night. But now, of course, they're down a little bit, but I'm not too worried. Hoping the heroes will be really good, especially the 90s. Not really the 92s, but the 90s.
I just can't see it being lower than it is now.
Yeah.
Like, even if we bought it, even if we cost averaged it from now, like I just can't see it being less than that.
Yeah. Well, plus with the limited coming back out again on Thursday, assuming there's another limited on Thursday and rerolls being, dog water again, and
they're not even that bad though. For the price they're at, it's $4.25.
Yeah. For as low as it is, you can roll for a good bit on.
Yeah, if you're buying trending right now, 8.59 per, it comes out to around 4.5K for the roll. And I mean, these 78, 79 most feared might even go up a little bit in value tomorrow, as long as the 80, 81s are involved somewhat in Team Diamond. So being team builders, unsung heroes. And if you see that happen, the gold market rise, the trading market will rise with that a little bit. But I think either way, we've already seen, like I've been on the market the past 2 hours, feels like every 30 minutes, slowly rebounding every time I go through my filters.
Right.
Yeah. And plus we have Monday with the new comp pass coming out. Like they'll probably keep the same set because it's almost like a copy and paste there at this point. So I'm pretty much expecting the 78, 79 market and the 80 to 81 market going up on Monday. So I'm not.
I think something, and this is a little more long term. I mean, you could buy, your most feared guys, your core. Like I would try to prioritize core elites right now because this is probably the lock to be in Team Diamonds. But you can honestly buy core elites right now for training. You can roll, and I never say you can roll on Thursday at that super cheap rate and keep every 78 to 79 gold. And either if they're going for light, you can sell them right now, but you can keep those 70, 79 golds for that comp pass refresh on Monday. And you could almost be rolling, unless they, for some reason, since we did get an overall update, they might update the sets for the objectives. They could do that. But I don't know. It's EA. They don't seem to want to change the comp pass and field pass and anything objective wise there. So just rolling on Thursday, hold all 78, 79 golds or most feared golds, unless for some reason you can get a ton of value out of them through the 80, 81 exchange at the current moment. But it's something that's why I think buying anything right now is, there's so much security with buying. Actually rerolls might be good. You have exchange sets, like buying 84s right now, most feared core elites for 9,000 coins. If 86 and 87 core elites, ultimate kickoffs, campus heroes are required somewhat in the Team Diamond sets, it's 384s for an 86, 87. 86s right now are selling for, you could probably sell them for 23, 24K unfiltered, probably go up to 27, 28K unfiltered. So you'd be losing very little if you pulled an 86, and 87 would be 10K plus profit. There's just so much.
You get some good cars. You might need some of those core elites.
Yeah.
They might go 50, 60, right? You never know.
Yeah.
Some of them. So.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, you said I loaded up. I have about 70 84s. But that was more of a content side. I'm not gonna resell those. I'm not quick selling them. They're all going into the 87 plus pack. Just for the hell of it, right? I'm like, whatever. Like,
how have you guys?
They're so cheap, right? Like they were so cheap. But now 87s are down to 30K. So now you take a bath, even buying them at 10. Right, I was buying them at 10 and under, so I'm like, well, shit, it's still 60K to roll this, and I'm probably gonna get a 30, lose half my coins out of it. But the 90s are a nice win on it. We'll see. Whatever, it'll be fun. We'll see how that goes. The 87s today, though, actually started last night. I was doing a separate podcast about NFL, and somebody mentioned in the chat that 87s were down to like 27, and even today I was buying them at 21 before we started the show, so they're just absolute dirt cheap. And with those, I'll either hold or roll a little bit on Thursday and see what we got. But it, like you said, so with Team Diamonds coming out tomorrow too, like even if the golds that you have don't take off, right? Like I still have like 1,000 freaking golds in my bond. I'll be selling stuff for the next 5 days continuously nonstop. Even if they don't spike up, screw it. Then go ahead, do the exchange sets, try for something better, right? Throw them up there. Maybe you get lucky, you hit a platinum out of the exchange set, or you hit an 82 fullback that's expensive. Like, this is the time. I'd say, what do you guys think? Friday? I want like nothing in my binder, right? I think it's time. Like, this is what I want to kind of probably unload the majority of things, because unless we get TVPs, I don't see it really spiking up until Thanksgiving. If we get a nice training reroll for that, if we get one for that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I
only
agree.
thing.
I'm only holding my 89 AKA players. That's all I'm.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
That's yeah.
Other than that, yeah, I'm probably with you because like maybe we do though. Maybe we do get TVPs.
Yeah.
Man, it's just so hard to know because like
I know.
could like where do you think people
There's
would be
one
happy
thing.
with the
There's
training
one thing with
part?
training. There is an all Madden drop, and I've kind of looked at the dates a little bit, like mapping out Thanksgiving. The
Oh,
Thanksgiving
man.
promo. We're already looking ahead towards November, but
Yeah.
Thanksgiving content, probably gonna be the 14th and the 21st, or the 13th and the 20th. That all Madden that was on the season 2 schedule is probably gonna be the first week of November. And if we remember from the first all Madden release, there was an 82 plus reroll that wasn't half bad. It was a very low risk, so that's maybe down the line a training boost, but we probably, of course, won't be buying training then, probably for like another week or two.
Right.
I will say this about the Team Diamond content drop in general. It is not necessarily a pack opening promo. So a lot of the supply in the market is pretty much all from today. You're going to see tomorrow, yes, there will be a flood. All the investors, right, are going to be flooding their core leads onto the market. But I think the biggest thing to think about when you have like any card I'm talking about is patience, because there isn't going to be, the only supply is from investors. This is not a pack opening promo. All cards are being put on the market, taken off the market, and put into sets. They're not real. There's no added supply from packs.
Right.
So
yeah, that's a really good point.
Rare cards.
So if you see cards go up, like there may be and we don't know, right? It happens every year. Like there's always some random card that for some reason no one has. So if you have cards and you're going through to sell them tomorrow, double check the prices before you do. If it's at, I'd say 11, 12 per, I don't think I'm selling it. Right? I think I'm going to wait a week and see if it goes up as that supply kind of goes down a little bit.
Right.
Yep.
I'm good with that.
It really matters. We actually probably want, for the Team Diamond sets, we want a very easy set to complete, because then the pieces in the set will be worth more rather than them doing a ton of cards and it being kind of super expensive. What do you guys think, by the way, the price of a Team Diamond set is going to cost? That's
so we know he did not mention. He said all you're getting is a collectible back.
Yeah,
there was no mention of any kind of reward for it.
Right.
That they're going to take different things. So some of them will have more, some of them have less, and stuff like that. So that kind of like makes it very interesting. Why are some of them going to have more and some going to have less? They're all 92s.
I'm going to say, 92s, I'm going to say they're probably going to cost $300 to $400 to complete each.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think they're going to go for a little bit more. Just, the 92? I think most spirits are more entitled with training, whereas like
that's true. They were very easy to accomplish. So maybe I'd say I think around 4. Because the only reason I say that now is looking at the market as a whole, right? Mm-hmm. The average price, because things are so low, say it's 28 cards per, right? Each set is going to take 28 cards. I think it's what we've typically had in the past. Kind of triggering those down to like, I don't know, 20K a piece, right? Because there's, 20K is at 86, right? Usually the highest we have in there's 87. So those are at 30 right now. So even if it's 287, it's only 60K. The rest are all 14,000 or less. So the value to build that based on current market should be about 300,000 coins.
Right.
But with rarity in some, if there's some weird ass gold in there that no one has this 73 gold fullback for some punk ass team, that can, obviously throw some things off. That's why I'm guessing probably around 400K to build if you have pieces now.
Yeah.
Right. Or things don't skyrocket tomorrow. Right. If the market doesn't double tomorrow, I'm thinking probably around 400,000.
I guess I can see that because because it has to be just that card, right? There's nothing else.
Yeah, that's it. There's no power up. There's nothing. It's just that card. So, even at that though, right? So 400,000 times all 32, you're talking the Masters 12 million coins to make.
Dude, it's gonna be expensive.
If it's 400K, that's insanity.
Because you'll get to sell those. Because you just need a token, so you can still it's not going to cost that much, right? Because you're
right.
Yeah,
you're getting it for the token. The token initial cost would be if you kept all 32 of them, which you would not do because no. There's just some of those you're like, nah, I'm good.
When would you look to be buying 92 Team Diamonds? Because I know there is a little bit of I know last year the best time to buy them. Well, they were actually the cheapest training last year. They were the cheapest trending on the Saturday, I think it was, after they were released. But when would you be like kind of looking to pick them up for your team?
I think
Even I got questions on that.
I think that's probably right. Probably Saturday. So I mean,
die down a little bit.
Yeah, you need the hype to die down for a couple of days, right? You need new most feared stuff to come out, so people are distracted and off of it a little bit. And opening up other packs. I think we really need good cards on Thursday for that to help.
Yeah.
And then Saturday, especially if it's good legends and people open up packs again, because like you said, no one's opening up packs. Even for most feared, they're going to roll training, right? So it's only most feared players rolling around. Saturday though, legends come out. There's finally new cards hitting the block, right? So outside of like now, right, which is weird. It's weird that the market's so down. It's like boggling. Usually, like the day before diamonds, everything's already done.
No, that's the only thing
right?
I'm upset about. Only thing I'm upset about is not being able to sell off a few. Like I usually like to sell off a good chunk of my investments the day before and just take my guaranteed profit. And I was doing that Saturday, Sunday, and yesterday. But you know what? Yeah,
right.
Even this morning. Yeah.
But no, you're right.
Yes, I think Saturday maybe be the time to. I usually don't though. Like I usually don't go crazy for team diamonds. Like they're neat, they're cool, they're in there. I'm a very casual, slow roller on team diamonds. Even if the player's really good, I know I can just buy him for 2 million. Like I know we're in a different circle here on this podcast. You know what I mean? Where that's just like whatever.
Yeah.
But I just don't bother. Plus I don't have time to play enough anymore to like get super sweaty. You know what I mean? So like even if it is a certain quarterback that everybody's really gonna want with like 1 AP gunslinger and at 1 AP fearless, then like I don't need it. You know what I mean? Like I'm in that mind. I've never had that FOMO of having the newest card like ever playing Madden. Yeah, so like it comes out, I'm like, ooh, no. I'm like, no,
I definitely have FOMO to entertain my stream. That's about it. I like to get the cards and play them on stream, but I only do that when I get the
like, don't you find like the market is so like volatile during those like team diamond days where you can just make so many coins? Like that's why I'm not excited for the cards themselves. I'm just excited for like the market to be all over the place tomorrow. Yeah,
I think that's I think you hit the nail right in the head on that, because I see like it's not even the card, it's the coins. Like, you know what I mean? I see that card, I'm like, damn, that's 3 million coins. Like I don't see like, ooh, look, he's got 1 AP slinger. I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit about that. I want that 4 million coins. Like it's an addiction. Like it's weird. You know what I mean? Like and it's funny too, like because the chats, I know, will jump in. I'm sure you guys get the exact same thing. Once people come in and you teach them how to make coins and they start getting the hang of it, they get addicted to it. And then they're just like, this is more fun than the game. I'm like, yeah, why do you think I've been doing this for 5 years, mofo? Like it's so much damn fun.
It's just like, I don't know how to say it. It's relaxing. It gets the
yes.
Honestly, for me, like nothing feels better. You buying a card one day, you wake up the next day, and they're up in price, and you've done absolutely nothing but buy them. I don't know. It's a weird feeling. I don't even play the game that much anymore. I used to play Weekend League every weekend on stream, and now I don't. But the market is just market's the market, man. The market never fails me. Always there.
Even if nothing's going on, you can still just flip, right? Like it's even if nothing's going on, you can still flip. Some days are better than others, but all right, so what out of the team diamonds tomorrow, who is a must add if you're going to add in 1 or 2 tomorrow?
Here, I'll go first. I guess the offensive linemen are also really good. The left tackle, the right tackle, Willie Anderson. It was Tony Vaselli. I am a little bit Irish now. This is on EA, right? It's their fault. They drop a bunch of 6'5" and 6'7" wide receivers because all the defensive backs they released today and all the wide receivers except for Jacoby Jones, they're all 5'11", 6 foot. Like I love D'Angelo Hall. I think D'Angelo Hall is one of the coolest cards in there. 92 speed, but he's 5'11". I'm about to play in the slot. I know the tight end for the Bills. He's 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah,
89 speed. He's the new Donald Parham. I was just excited about the names, man. I know Hines Ward back in Madden. Terrell Davis is really cool. I'm now thinking, like, I saw these Team Diamond cards, and I'm just thinking, man, give us a Hines Ward, give us a Terrell Davis Super Bowl card later down the line.
Right.
The opportunities are I'm just excited for later down the line for these cards, honestly.
Yeah, for me, I'm not like I don't know. We talked about I see like dollar signs, right? I don't see art. So like, yes, it's cool to have like Jason Witten in the game. I like that.
Yeah.
I like you said, D'Angelo Hall is probably like the best name there, I would say.
Yeah.
In it. But then you have you realize he's gonna get dunked all over. But there's some nice names like the Donald Driver, the Matt Forte is kind of cool. I don't know if anyone caught TJ this morning, but him like like amping up the Vikings and then just dropping Chad Greenway killed me. That set me off. He's like,
Like
I
Percy
feel like,
Harvin,
Vikings,
Adrian
you ready? And
Peterson,
then he's like,
Yeah.
oh, it was so
Chad
good.
Greenway.
Yeah, like you said, I'm more excited for the coin aspect of this. That's what this program is for me. It's like a big coin like program for me. How about you, Kay? What do you think?
Man, I honest to God, the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is finally selling stuff in my binder. I mean, I just can't. Like, I had to stop rolling stuff the other day because it was like you have too much. I'm like, oh, for shit's sake. So like just all the golds, especially like I mean, every year I do this. I hold them and hold them at home because I'm like, I never know what they're gonna go for. You know, what are they gonna do this? So I'm like, okay, well now finally I can stop, like, because I have this weird break in my brain where I know that as soon as I sell it, it's gonna double in price tomorrow, knowing that it's not true, right? Just for stupid gold cards, like I don't know why I like panic on them. So like tomorrow I'll be at work. I'm gonna open up the app, sort A to Z, and just sell all of them and sell all of them, whatever they're just sell all. I don't care. They're all going. And then maybe in Christmas, I'll build the Team Diamonds. I don't know. I fall off a little bit. I do have a question though on the sets. Do you think there's any possibility that any of the Team Affinity players are in these sets?
Yes.
I think it's a guarantee. Guarantee.
The Team Diamond champion. Let's cut to that and then go right back.
Yeah. 96 overall. Ooh, I'm a little disappointed in the speed. Just a tad disappointed in the speed for a quarterback that was semi-mobile. Here, Joey, we can say John Elway.
Release Hot Road Master 3 AP set feet.
Wait, he gets Slinger.
Oh, I knew it. Gunslinger and Fearless at 1 AP with Slinger 1.
Bro, this is what I was saying for the MCS players. I feel so bad because they are going to be scrambling to get this card.
Yeah, you need it.
Scrambling.
Yes. You need it. At this point,
I really think they should outlaw it. Like, that's just because there's so many people still left. There's not a two. That is.
And he gets Slinger 1.
Slinger.
Oh. Yeah. Oh my God. Right. Oh, get out. That's gross. That's gross. That's gross. I actually hope that's not a thing. I will literally just quit. If he's in the line, I'm like, I'm out. I'm just not playing you. I'm dead serious. I'm like, never mind, homie. You're good.
This is going to give, though. Like, this is better than I could have thought. I was worried the release would be maybe a Gen 3, a Slinger 1. Wow. This almost makes you want to go do all 32 sets over the weekend, honestly.
With Gunslinger 1 and Fearless 1, to me, like, I've never been a set feet lead guy. Like, I don't, with how fast he throws and like I can still be accurate with it. I don't ever need that. Especially with Slinger 1 and Fearless. Like, I can throw those on there and I'm like,
you don't even need Gunslinger. Yeah, you don't even really need Gunslinger.
I know, but so
1.
I have a romanticized Gunslinger from, was it Madden 20, where I could put Gunslinger on Josh Allen 3 times and that ball just fucking, like, it was just ridiculous. Like, I had so much fun with that card. So like every time I see like, ooh, Gunslinger, like that was so much fun. I want that back.
Only thing about Gunslinger this year is it does not give a pass velocity boost. It's only
just
the release.
The animation, right?
Only release, yeah.
Yeah.
They say he gets set feet lead.
Set feet lead for 2. Yeah.
He gets all team chems.
No, pass lead elite.
You should get all team chems.
Yeah. You should get all team chems. The other thing I was wondering about the Team Diamond cards is they said the boost. Do you have to have the chem applied for the boost, or can I rock legend chem on my players and they still give boost to the players on the team of the card art? That's something
I don't think so. No, the way that it sounded to me, where if you put, it has to be that whatever card or whatever team's on the front of the card. If it's not that one, he doesn't get the boost. So if I put on legend chem, I think we lose the boost. Otherwise, let's be honest, that would be, these teams would be so broken. You know, like we'd be basically 99s tomorrow on every, like they'd be 86s in your lineup and 99 stats across the board. But oh man, I'm like, wow, John Elway. I would imagine now I probably see the market going up. Like right this minute, actually.
I want to go check real quick. Just
I assume it would, yeah. But going back to what you were saying, is like about the sets.
Yeah.
I definitely see us getting like team builders in there. Like they do that almost every year. Like that's like usually like a lock. That's like the one thing that we always know. Team builders is like usually. Well, no, I guess I'm wrong. I guess that was just happened last year, right?
Yeah. What about like the 87 Team Affinity players though?
I think the unsung heroes are a lock now with the overall boost. I don't see a way where they aren't. I could see them going with like 86 overall core elites, 85 overall core elites, 84, and I think unsungs are almost a guarantee.
But they get
almost
camps and chems, don't they? No, they don't. No,
I don't think they do.
The other ones get all the chems. Yeah, so maybe you're right. But again, that's gonna still take team builders, right?
Yeah, it's five team builders to build them.
Either way, if both actually, I don't know if both, bro. If both are required, you know how many 80s are gonna have to be bought.
That is so expensive. Those 87s now are 140 to build right now.
I'm changing my mind. I think only one of the two. It's either going to be team builders or unsung heroes. If those are both required, the gold market and the 80 market, and even a little bit maybe the 82s are going to go crazy. They're going to have to. I mean, what for each set you need? What that'd be 7 team builders per set, technically.
Yeah,
that's a lot. Yeah.
Well, that would change. See, the reason I don't think that is because even right now, just at market value, the team builders are the 87s, so the unsung heroes are like 150,000 coins to build, right? And that's at this 10 per. If they add those in there, even one that's not 400,000. Now I'm pushing that to over 5 per every 92 per team diamond. If it's both, like we're creeping up on 700,000 now a piece, and then which I know this is gonna sound that makes the cards that makes John Elway unattainable for 99% of the player base. But Madden 23, the cards have been unattainable for 99.9% of the player base.
It is John Elway, though. I mean, Dan Marino, even I couldn't afford it, and I didn't want Dan Marino last year being $2 million.
Right. Man, so. I think absolutely though. I think you're dead on. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock, I'm spamming and buying any John Elway I see in the market for 2 million coins.
Yeah, if you can get him, we'll have to see his price range. I will say, just glancing at the 84 to 85 market for core elites, it's definitely a lot more cards are being bought. It's still relatively low. There's still opportunity there, but
people are still moving on it though.
You can kind of just tell.
Right. I don't think I want to buy 84s today. I don't want to buy team builders today, but you could. I was finding that I did see them earlier for like 20. That I would just buy them at that point and then do the 87s that way. If I can build them for under 100 today, I would just hold the 84s and see if I can, get them at.
What are it'd be what? Like they're probably around the 80s or 6,000 to build, so 18,000 and then 82. Yeah, it's probably you're gonna be. I don't think there's gonna be a way to build under 100. Yeah, I don't know if they can include unsung heroes. They would be they would add so much to the set.
Right. Yeah.
I don't think they could do that.
Yeah.
Now I like thinking about it.
It doesn't make sense for you.
It just doesn't make sense. Yeah.
Talking about market value, it just doesn't make sense anymore.
Right. Yeah, without making it astronomical. And like I said, I know you can build them and sell them back and make some coins and get the token. That's how you make coins in Team Diamonds, right? You build each card, you sell each one, the token for John Elway, and that ends up being your profit, right? Because it's going to cost you more to build these players than it would be to buy, right? So you're going to sell them at a little bit of loss, but then you recoup it all selling John Elway. So if you're one of these psychos that have one of every card in the game already, I know you're out there. Wait.
People that know that.
Yeah, wait. Do not. If you're the first idiot to sell John Elway, you're going to lose out on millions.
Unless his price range is 10 mil. But then just cross your fingers you have your account tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think I'm still feeling that too, though. I wouldn't be surprised if it's that 2 right away.
I think it'll be 2 as well. I really do. Like I'm going to. I will buy one at 2. If I see it for 2, I will buy one.
I'll buy one at 3, maybe even. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how much the sets cost. But
that I'm selling up by Sunday.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe even Saturday.
Yeah. With the MCS
getting rid of
players
right away.
The MCS players are going to control. I'm not kidding. They are going to control that John Elway market probably the entire weekend. You are going to see Saturday, Sunday the mass sell off of John Elway's. I'm not kidding.
Right. So the other thing to keep in mind too. So this isn't a knock, but most MCS guys don't have 3-4 million coins chilling in their binder. So they're going to be opening a lot of bundles come tomorrow
Yep.
So
Probably most fear, maybe even try. I don't know
Right.
when the tourney. It's Saturday. They'll just open legend bundles. I think.
yeah,
I'd
but I
have
feel
to
like that's
guess.
late. They're a little late to do it on Saturday. So it's probably gonna have to be tomorrow. Probably just like the not platinum, but the the pro elite bundle. So there'll be some packs being opened up tomorrow still.
So pumped. I'm just so
I
pumped for like
know.
tomorrow. Like, I'm working during the day, but like I'll be home in like afternoon, and I'm gonna just sell everything.
Yeah, like I said, I'll be on my phone probably at lunch tomorrow. I have a meeting at 10, and then as soon as I get back to my desk at like 11, I'm just be open it up and go nuts. Assuming it's at a 10:30 drop tomorrow. I actually love these 4:30 drops because that's right when I'm getting home. It's perfect.
I actually think that could happen. I feel like
I
it's been
agree.
delayed so often, especially this big of a like drop. Like there's a lot of things involved in this one, right? Like way more
Yeah.
than normal programs. So I can definitely see it being a little bit later drop, and I wouldn't hate that.
Right, that'd be ideal.
Yeah. Of course, I'll wake up at 7:15 and they won't have it live.
Right,
but
right, yeah.
I'll be exhausted the rest of the day.
Right.
That's
That'd
exactly
be
it.
lovely.
Man, oh
No,
man.
that was a great. That was my guess. LA was my guess.
Yeah.
So.
Man, oh man.
Yeah, I couldn't really.
Like, man.
Couldn't really.
We know. We won't give out the.
Mhm. I'll give EA their shine,
Yeah.
man. That's one thing.
Yeah.
People go, no. Let
Yeah.
EA, man. It's EA. It's EA's thing.
Yeah. I mean, I was figuring either him or the sheriff, right? Like that was my guess. It was one of those two.
Yeah.
Um.
Payne Manning,
I
aka
QB.
imagine they drop Payne Manning on Sunday. The sheriff.
Oh my God, I would be in shambles.
There, look, hey, we're due for a quarterback on AKAs. We're due
We
for a
are,
quarterback and a tight end.
we are.
It's either
And
quarterback
then-
or tight end.
God, can you imagine the people that lose their minds? I invested, blah blah blah. I'm like, you invested in the wrong card, or held it for too long, man. Like this is a short hold on this guy.
Yeah, if I buy tomorrow, he's gone by like Saturday.
Oh yeah. I think Friday night I'm like, see ya, mofo.
I feel the same way there.
Because I'm gonna want to throw up the whole time watching his card every 10 minutes. Like, he go up. Oh, he's down a little bit, and then I want to throw up my mouth.
Tax is gonna lose you.
Right? Yeah, that's the thing.
Thousands.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, even if I bought him at 2, I still need to sell him at 2,500. 2.5 to make it worth it. You know what I mean?
Totally.
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 Yeah, terrifying. You guys got anything else you want to cover? I know Joe, you got to head out. She's got some YouTube stuff to get done.
I got to get started on this YouTube video. Honestly, I've been super. I mean, bro, I was planning. I woke up. My plan was, hey, I know I got the podcast at 3 that I got to get ready for, and I was gonna make the YouTube video and pre-make it because I was gonna pre-make it from like 12 to 2, and then trophy packs happened, and I'm like, well,
Yeah, there goes my afternoon.
I'm just gonna sit here and buy cards for 2 hours.
Yeah.
I was in the process of editing. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get this done before like the podcast, and then like I just started typing for like 2 hours. I was like, geez, man.
I love it. I'm gonna need you guys to like start holding me accountable to go make YouTube videos because I'm so bad. Like I know I should today, but I just want to stream and slam cards, and then tomorrow I'm just gonna stream again and buy stuff, and then
this might be the one time where I really don't want to make a YouTube video because I want to be on the block. I want to be streaming, to be honest.
I still have 14 million coins, and I feel like an idiot. This needs to be down to like 7 tonight, right? Like I need to get rid of stuff.
Like
but my binder's full. Like I don't know what to do. I'm gonna have to go start quick selling gold just to make room. It's a I'm in the worst spot possible.
You gotta hide them somewhere in like some kind of set.
That's not there's there's not even sets that like take a lot of stuff. Not until Team Diamonds come out. It's usually where I hide stuff.
Yeah, I feel that.
Oh god.
Oh, man. But no, that was good. If anyone has any questions before we hop out, but yeah, no, that was. I think most people are pretty happy with the master. I would think.
Yeah, I don't know how you couldn't be.
Right. He looks awesome. Looks absolutely
crazy.
Awesome.
It's worth if you sometimes it'd be like, oh, it's not really worth the grind to do all 32. You know what? This is probably as good as you're gonna get for especially in this game with we have like no slinger 1 QBs that are get abilities. So this card is until we get Steve McNair or Joe Namath on Sunday, then or Monday.
God, can you imagine if they do that and then load us up on Monday as well, right? Like a QB on Saturday and a QB on Monday, people will be burning everything down. It'll be incredible. I love it. I'm such a hater. I don't know why it's like stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, take that, idiot. That's what you get for prepping. I'm one of those guys.
I don't mind it. Like I have like everything ready. I think I can't. I don't think we can lose at this point. Really, like there's it can't go further down. I feel like we're
definitely lost a little bit buying over the weekend, but just double down, triple down. And
Right.
you're
Yeah.
good.
You just make up for it. Yeah.
That's what I did. So
Yeah.
just
No,
weird
I
how
like
5
it.
million coins on me right now. Super weird.
They have what? Oh, 5. Yeah. It's, like almost makes you like gross, right? Like, oh man, what did I do? Like this is
Under 10 million? What the heck am I doing?
right. Yeah. God, I'm so poor. What am I doing?
I know it's a lot of coins. I know the chat's about to like rip me a new one.
I know. I always have to be careful when you see people come in like, damn, you have that many coins. I'm like, I'm broke. What do you mean, bro?
Exactly.
But all right, well, I think we'll wrap it up today. I'll go ahead and get this thrown up so you guys can make sure if you missed any of this, check all of our YouTubes tomorrow. This will be up on there. Joe will have a bunch. I'm sure Adam's got stuff planned. I will not have squat on YouTube other than this podcast, so you're welcome.
Hey,
Someday, one day I'll be a YouTuber, man. I need to get 58 more hours in streaming this month to hit this stupid incentive offer. So my ass is gonna be right in this chair for the next 12 days, nonstop.
enjoy.
Yeah. But gentlemen, as always, appreciate you. I know the chat appreciates you for coming and dropping in all this knowledge. We will do it again next week, and I'm sure I'll be texting you guys all day tomorrow to figure out what in the hell we're doing.
For sure. All right. All right, everybody.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Deuces.